What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over a couple stocks that I think can double in price in the next 12 months. Check it out. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this video here. What we're going to do here is we're going to go over a couple stocks. I do have positions in both of these stocks. One of them I'm green on, the other one I'm red on. Okay, and I think these stocks can double in price over the next 12 months, right? Now, one of these stocks I only have in my Roth IRA, and the other stocks, I have in both my Roth IRA and my taxable swing trading account, okay? Now, completely different stocks. One it's going to be leisure, the other one is going to be tech, so it's completely two different animals here. However, one of them based on the chart I think has a lot of potential to double. The other one based on the future I think has a lot of potential more than really double, and the only reason I'm invested in it is because I think that one can easily more than double if all things go smoothly. Now, obviously, it's not financial advice. I'm not an investment advisor. This is just what I have, and I'm sharing the reasons why I have them and what my plans are with these two stocks, okay? Now, let's go ahead and jump into the charts, and I'll show you both of these. Before we do me a quick favor, smash the like button. It really helps out the channel tremendously. So if you want to help me out, go ahead and do that for me. Just click that little sucker, turn it blue. And if you're so inclined and you want to see more of these types of videos, all right, I produce a lot of day trading stuff, but if you want to see more of these types of videos that I've been doing lately, make sure you check out my Patreon page. Once I hit 100 Patreons, I'll be able to do these types of videos a whole lot more often, because these are time-intensive videos, all right? They really take up a lot of time for me to make happen. So if you can check that out, you'll have access to only like Patreon content and a Patreon Discord. Now remember that Discord has nothing to do with the daytraderchatroom.com. That's for active traders. Also, guys, if you're an active trader and want to trade with us every Monday for free, we currently have that option available. I'm going to leave a link in the description and in the comment section. All you got to do is go there and you're going to get access to free chat Mondays. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the charts real quick. Now, the very first one that we're going to go over, okay, is CCL. That's right, Carnival Cruise Lines. I made a huge mistake last year. I thought that Carnival Cruise Lines was going to dip a lot more last year, but then we had that V-shaped recovery on the SPY, and even though, this was travel and travel was still having issues due to all the issues with the ailment, kind of keep from the name from here because it could hinder the video's monetization. There we go. That's the word. I just didn't buy enough. That's all. I didn't buy it down here because I thought we were going to dip more. And sometimes when it comes to investments, I get a little greedy on my entries, more so than I do on my day trades. So that's what happened with me. But I did get into CCL. All right, I got into it in my Roth IRA because I knew this was going to be a trade. I thought it was going to take a lot more time. Honestly speaking, I thought CCL would still be trading between, I don't know, 11 to $17, $18, that's what I thought. But, I am in CCL with an average cost of $17 and change, right around there, or 16 and change. I'd have to check to be exact, but I am in that range there. I have my position, and it's in my Roth IRA and my wife's Roth IRA as well. We both have positions in CCL. Why? Well, because I think CCL, it's probably one of the most popular cruise lines that are out there. And whenever I talk to somebody that's like, oh, they wish they could go back on a cruise, they mention Carnival Cruise Line. They do. That's what happens. That's what they mention. And everyone I've talked to, nobody tells me, oh, I wish I was on Norwegian. Oh, I wish I was on Royal. Nope. Everybody that I've talked to tells me, I wish I was on Carnival. Look, I've been on Carnival. I've been on Norwegian. And I like Norwegian better as far as going on a cruise. I really do. The only thing that I really like about Carnival is the Guy Fieri's burgers. If you're on a Carnival cruise and you want to see, hey, maybe Jesse's here, just pass by the Guy Fieri burger bar, and if I'm there, I'm going to be there. Seriously. But based off of that, right? Everybody's always telling me, oh, Carnival, Carnival, Carnival. I wish I was on a Carnival cruise. I wish I was on a Carnival cruise. I said, you know what, man? You got to buy yourself some Carnival cruise line down here, because this could easily double or triple your money. So I got in, down here in the $16, $17 range. I think my average is 17 and change. And I'm not looking to exit this until probably somewhere around the 40s. Right? And the beauty of it, it's in my Roth IRA, so the profits are going to be tax-free, and I'm just going to roll those in to a mutual fund, probably some SPY or some other ETF, and the next stock that we'll talk about, right? But before we do, I want to show you the levels I'm looking at here. Now, Carnival does have earnings, I believe, Monday, March 20, what is that? 22nd? Right? I'm pretty sure they have earnings that day. I would not expect the earnings to be good, obviously. So, I'm honestly, I wouldn't mind them kind of double topping up a little bit more here on 30 bucks and then pulling back in here to the low 20s. I might pick up a little bit more there. I might pick up a little bit more there in the low 20s or mid 20s, wherever I can grab some. Since my average is in the 17s, I don't mind, picking up some more in there. If it dips a little bit back underneath 17, I might throw in a few more shares in there. And I don't mind, because I plan to hold this for years if needed, right? I don't care if it takes, 10 years for it to hit my target. All right, even though I think within the next 12 months, as long as the reopening of the country continues, right, I think there's a potential for this to get at least back up to $35 to $40. So in this case, if it comes back down here to 25, I think if one is patient enough, it can easily get back up into the 40s or 50s, right? It could easily get back to the 40s or 50s. Now, after earnings, I don't know. If it does pull back down here to the 20s, that's where I think easily in the next 12 months, you could see this jump back into the 40s, potentially. So that's what I think about CCL. Now, the levels I'll be watching on this are, to add, if I'm going to add, probably 23, 20, and then the 200-day moving average back down here closer to my initial entry. Those will be levels I'll probably look to add a little bit, not a whole lot. And then I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna put that away. I'm gonna just put it away, because I think in 12 months it should be at least in the 40 area. It should be, I think, in my opinion. Now, the next stock, and I think the one with the most potential within the next 12 months to the next 5 to 15 years, this thing's a monster, potentially, in my opinion. And that, my friends, is PLTR, Palantir. This thing, it's going to be, for me, either a hero or a zero. If it's a zero, it's okay. Don't lose, a whole lot. But if it's a hero, I'm going to bank pretty good on it. Now, I have this across 3 accounts. I have it in my Roth IRA. My wife has it in her Roth IRA, okay? And I have some in my taxable account. Now, the ones in my Roth IRA, I bought those and I said, I don't care, because I'm holding on to these for 20 years. 15 or 20 years, I said to myself, in my Roth IRA. Now, in my Roth IRA, my average on PLTR is a little bit high. It's about $31 in change. I want to say $31.42. In my wife's Roth IRA, I'm pretty sure her average is around 25 bucks, I want to say. And in my taxable account, it's $27 in change. And I'll show it to you here, my taxable account. There it is. 125 shares, cost basis $27.79. All right, that's my cost basis on Palantir on my taxable account. And I do want to add a little bit more. Honestly, I'm going to add, if I can, if not this year, next year, because Roth IRAs are limited to $6,000 a year. I'll add more to my Roth IRA either this year or next year. And I want to add a little bit more in my taxable, and you say like, oh, it's just 125 shares. Yeah, I'm trying to build a little position here, and I'm not looking to put $30,000 into Palantir. I don't have if I had $30,000 to put into Palantir, I'd probably just buy another investment property. I'm trying to get another one this year. Why? Because I'd rather be a little bit safer than sorry. But this is a little bit riskier of a trade, right? This company's been around for 17 years, hasn't turned a profit until recently, which the reality is, when you look at the earnings report, it looks like they didn't turn a profit. It looks like they were red. However, that's just because they had to pay out in stocks, right? So that's going to cause it to look red. Now, I think in the future here, in the next few quarters, you'll see Palantir start to turn profits, and you'll see this start to squeeze back on up, okay? Now, I think Palantir easily can double in the next 12 months. We could see this upwards of 40 something, 50 bucks. And I think that potentially in the next 2 years, you should be able to see Palantir creep its way towards 100. Now there's people who will say Palantir is a $500 stock in about 5 to 10 years, making it a $1 trillion company. I think it's possible. Otherwise I wouldn't be invested in it. Now, do I think it's super, super likely? Am I putting all my eggs in this basket? Am I putting myself in a hole, right? Eating ramen or mortgaging a property to, no. No, because I'm conservative when it comes to that stuff. I do take risks, but it's calculated risks. And because of that, you'll never see, you know, one of my positions like that maybe turn into $1 million or more. Like you see some of these people who hold Tesla or have been holding Tesla for years. No. If I woke up tomorrow and Palantir and I saw $100,000, $500,000, $1 million on my, I'm taking it. I'm taking it off the table. I'm taking it off. I'm not a millionaire. So I'm taking that money, believe it. I'm taking it, right? That's just the way I'm built, right? Now, if tomorrow I wake up and Palantir, you know, is at 50 bucks, I'm not going to sell this position. I'm not selling it. That's just the way it is, right? Why? Because that money is not going to, it's not going to move the needle on my life. But I think Palantir is potentially a stock that from this level here in the 20s, right, 20 to 25 bucks, could be in the next 12 months in the $40 to $50 range. I think that's reasonable. I think that's very, very reasonable, especially if we can reclaim that $30 to $32 area, hold that as support. I think you'll see shorts get squeezed out of this, and you'll see it right back up here in the 40s fairly easily. So I am looking to see if I can add on some more dips here in the $20 area, between 20 to 25. I don't mind adding some more there because of those reasons. Also, I believe in the company and what they're doing and what they do, right? As far as their technology is, right? As far as what it does. These are things I've been over on live streams and I've gone over with people in the Day Trader chat room, my members, and whenever guests are there, whenever we've talked or I've been asked about Palantir, right? If you guys ever seen that movie, Minority Report, all right, if not, look it up and watch it. You could kind of think of Palantir in that aspect, and that'll tell you more or less what the technology is as far as what they do with governments. Now, they're trying to do that with private businesses, the commercial side, and that's basically, you know, the chances of engine failures, your sales, right? It's kind of like a beefed up, juiced up CRM system when it comes to the commercial side of things, right? And, you know, I want to look at the analytics of engine failures, probabilities, you know, of deterioration of equipment, of the sales force, you know, stuff like that. That's what they're doing with the commercial side. So they've cornered the government contracts. Okay, I see them almost like a technological Boeing, right? They've cornered the government contracts. Now they're trying to do the same with the commercial side of things. And there's rumors of them, you know, of companies like Facebook using them. I think Amazon using them. I don't know if those two are official yet, but there are rumors of those using them and their technology, their AI. It's just what I think and see that the future is very, very, very bright potentially for Palantir. And I wasn't into the market when like Tesla was at 20 bucks. Right? Like I really wasn't, or at least if I was, Tesla wasn't even on my radar. But I'm not going to miss out if Palantir has this potential, and I'm not going to put money in there that I cannot afford to lose, right? Either. Because it's an investment, it's not a trade. It's not a swing trade to me, it's an investment. And that investment has price targets and you know, yearly targets, right? Like I want to hold on to the ones in my Roth, probably for up to 15 to 20 years, and the ones in my taxable account, I'm probably looking to have 75 when Palantir reaches 75 to over $100. Those are some of my take profit, 75, 100, 150, stuff like that. Some of my take profit targets in my mind with Palantir, which can change as Palantir grows. So those are my thoughts, and those are the two stocks that I'm watching that I think can double over the next 12 months. If you have a stock that you think can double, make sure to drop it in the comment section below, and I'd love to check it out. Maybe we can discuss it. All right, guys, remember to smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video, and I'll catch you on the next one.